Put down the stones, your past is a chapter. Why sleep in a chapter you've already read? Regret is a sack of stones. Peace begins the moment you let it slip from your shoulders. If you walk with Maya to the river, you may never carry your mistakes the same way again. In a quiet village ringed by misty mountains and calm rivers lived a young woman named Maya. She was kind. She was hardworking. She dreamed of building something good with her own hands. But a single shadow followed her everywhere her past. Years earlier, she had started her first business. She borrowed money. She trusted the wrong people. Plans collapsed. Debts piled up. Life moved on. But Maya did not. Night after night she lay awake, replaying the same scenes, wishing she could go back and change them. Guilt and sorrow grew heavy, and that weight sat on her chest like a storm that never ended. One morning Maya heard of a monk named Master Riku who was visiting a nearby monastery. People said his words brought quiet to troubled hearts. Holding a small hope, Maya went to find him. She bowed. "Master, I made mistakes. I cannot forgive. I do not know how to leave them behind." Master Riku smiled gently. "Come," he said, "walk with me." They moved through a forest where the air smelled of wet leaves. Birds stitched soft lines across the sky. At a narrow stream, the monk picked up a sack-thick cloth, knotted tight and handed it to Maya. It was heavy. "Carry this as we walk," he said. They climbed a hill path. The sack pulled at her shoulder. With each step the weight seemed to grow. Stones bumped and thudded inside the cloth, knocking into her back. Sweat gathered. Her breath shortened. Finally, on the hilltop, Maya stopped. "Master, this is too heavy. I can't carry it farther." Master Riku's eyes were kind. "That sack," he said, "is your past. Each stone is a mistake you carry in your mind. Can you move freely while holding it?" "No," Maya whispered. "Then why," he asked softly, "do you lift it every morning and carry it all day in your heart?" Maya stood silent. Something true shifted inside her, painful, but clear. The monk let the moment breathe. Then he said, "Let me tell you a story. 2 monks once reached a river. A woman stood there, unable to cross. One monk lifted her and carried her over. The other said nothing, but his face tightened. Hours later, he burst out, "How could you carry her? We are not supposed to touch women." The first monk smiled. "Brother, I put her down at the riverbank. You are still carrying her." Master Riku looked at Maya. "The mistake is not the problem," he said. "Holding onto it is what breaks your back." They walked down to the stream. Water slid around small, shining stones. Master Riku picked up a dry leaf and set it on the surface. The leaf drifted. It turned and floated forward without struggle. "Watch," she said. "The leaf does not fight the current, it moves with it. Letting go is like this. Accept what happened, learn what it taught, and choose your next step. Do not stand in the water arguing with yesterday." Maya's voice was small. "How do I start?" "Begin with mercy," the monk said. "For others, for yourself, most of all. Each morning, whisper a promise. I forgive myself. I release the past. I choose today, then act on it. One honest action that belongs to the present. Make a call. Pay a little debt. Sketch a new plan. Tiny steps, repeated, become a road." That day, by the stream, Maya made a decision. She would stop dragging yesterday into today. She would forgive herself not because she deserved an easy path, but because she deserved a true one. The first days were hard. Habits are strong. Old memories rose like smoke. When they did, Maya pictured the sack. She pictured the stones. In her mind, she untied the knot and tipped them to the ground. She repeated her promise aloud. "I forgive myself. I release the past. I choose today." Then she took one small step that matched her words. She launched a new business, humble, careful, honest. It wasn't perfect. Some days were slow, some calls went unanswered. But she kept her promise to the present. She learned from the past without living inside it. She laughed more, she slept better. The knot in her chest loosened, little by little, like ice in spring. Months became years. The business grew steady roots. Customers returned because Maya kept her word. She trained 2 young workers and told them her rule. We make mistakes, we fix them, and we move on. When people asked how she found her calm, she smiled and said, "Regret is like a rocking chair. It keeps you busy and gets you nowhere. The past is a chapter, not the whole book. Turn the page, and write the next one." Sometimes the old grief tried to return. That is how memory works. When it did, Maya walked to the river at dusk. She would find a leaf, set it on the water, and watch it drift toward the bend. She whispered the same 3 lines, each one a key that unlocked the present. "I forgive myself. I release the past. I choose today." Moral: holding on to old mistakes does not protect you. It only weighs you down. Letting go does not erase the past. It turns pain into practice and lessons into light. Accept what happened, learn what it taught, put down the sack of stones and step into the day you actually have. Your past is a chapter, not the whole story. You have the power to turn the page and begin again. If this story brought you a little peace, please consider subscribing for more gentle, motivating tales. Your support helps these stories reach the people who need them most.